Hi everybody, I am Kara Rowland coming to you from Capitol Hill, where it is a beautiful day here in Washington. I wish I could say things were so pleasant inside the Capitol building behind me, but not exactly. Pretty much every contingent, every party on all sides involved with this pending stimulus plan has something to complain about, and sure enough they are. We can begin with Senate Republicans who, like their colleagues over in the House, are certainly miffed, certainly upset over the process of the bill being shut out of the writing process, even after the compromise reached by three moderate Republicans, Olympia Snowe, Susan Collins, and Arlen Specter. The vast majority of Senate Republicans still saying way too much spending, not enough tax relief, a lot of pork. I know many of them, as late as last week, said, hey, let's just start over at this point. There's really just not much in that bill that they like. But then you've got Senate Democrats who they wanted to fast track this plan, trying to stay in step with the president's rhetoric. On Saturday in his radio address, he warned that this could turn into a national catastrophe if we didn't act soon. Again, defending themselves and the process, saying, hey, we've tried to be as bipartisan as we can be. Then skipping over to the House, I was at the House Democratic Caucus retreat over in Williamsburg this weekend, and certainly House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is not very happy with the way things are going in the Senate plan. Obviously, she's said she's happy that they're nearing a vote, but I know especially to reach that lower price tag, the House bill that was passed was $820 billion. The Senate bill at one time was well over $900 billion. Now it's being pared back to about, I think, $827 billion, and much of that, about $40 billion, has come in the way of cuts of aid to the states. And so I know this weekend she said that she's very much opposed to those cuts. She says they're very damaging. She was also joined by 4 Democratic governors this weekend who were there to talk with lawmakers, pretty much plead their case for that money. They say they need it to balance their budgets and not raise taxes on their citizens. So again, she's not being very happy about that. And then, of course, you've got House Republicans who they pretty much have actually stayed pretty unified. The bill got 0 votes from Republicans in the House. They continue to criticize it, urging their colleagues in the Senate to stand fast, which obviously is not happening now that there is that compromise with those moderates. And then you've got President Obama, who, as most of you probably know, is hitting the road today and addresses the nation tonight, sort of to sell the plan. And he's obviously really not happy with the way things are turning out. They've definitely gotten a little bit messy. And of course, all sides are saying that they've got the American people behind them. Both the Republicans and the Democrats, in terms of public opposition to or support of the bill. I think the polls are not so clear. I know this morning a CNN Opinion Research Corporation poll said that about 54% of Americans do favor the stimulus plan, but then that is with 45% in opposition. But then I also saw a Rasmussen poll saying that 62% of likely voters say that they wish that the stimulus had more tax cuts and less spending, so certainly aligning themselves more with the Republican viewpoint. And that Rasmussen poll had about 48% who also said that spending increases by the government do not help an ailing economy. So obviously, like I said, pretty much everybody's got something to complain about, but it does look like we're going to have a vote tomorrow. And then certainly the interesting thing to watch will be the conference on the bills to reconcile the House and the Senate version. So I'm not sure how much access we're going to have. But anyway, be sure to stay tuned to WashingtonTimes.com for updates, and thanks for tuning in.